we will do that. Oh, hi, Suzanne from Israel. Hi, dear. And Silvana, beautiful from London. Nora sent us a heart. Yay. Yay. Well, I am so glad you're here. And as we get going, I will be closing out the chat room so that you know, because in meditation, I want to stay fully focused. So this is the time to chat and just welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this Holding for Healing. This is our second one, and I want to thank you for our tech glitches as we're getting used to this. We'll get professional with it as we roll along. Also, I understand, and I think it was last week's email, the time was wrong. I had the time wrong on my calendar. So my apologies if I created any confusion with that. For those of you that know me, me and time have an interesting relationship, and I usually run everything by Jeffrey before it goes out the door. Every now and then, I think I've got it, and I don't. So I'm glad that you are here and that you found the email with the correct time, and we'll get that polished next time we meet. So it's my honor to get to introduce you to the concept of holding if it's new to you, and to invite you into the healing practice of holding if you've done it before at a deeper level, to take it a little bit further. And I thought before we go into the holding itself that we'd give ourselves an opportunity to get familiar with what we are expecting to feel when emotionally and physically we're in balance. How do you want to feel? What's the word you would use to describe that? And you can pop it in the chat room, because sometimes we spark each other with ideas about what our bodies and emotions are going to be feeling. Are you going to feel vital? Are you going to feel free? Are you going to feel at peace? Oh, peace. There we go, Silvana. Yeah, Perry, freedom. Yeah, excellent. Ooh, Maureen, I like that. Connected awareness. More peace. Francis, Carol, connected. Yeah. Yeah. Serene, Julia. That's beautiful. Grounded and flowing. Yeah, I got it. Confident. Grounded energy. Peaceful. Alive. Expansive. These are perfect. These are absolutely perfect. And what I know with holding and empowered, and those of you on YouTube, you can write in the chat window below. Knowing that word, one or two, maybe three at the most. We typically only remember two things, believe it or not, at a time. If you've ever noticed that in your life, if you try to remember three things, one of them sort of falls out. I know there were three, but two is easy to remember, or one powerful word. The word we're using at our house right now is vitality. But you also have some powerful words: expansive, empowered, alive, peaceful. These are all confident. These are all really, really beautiful words. And there's a feeling tone that goes with it when you say it out loud, when you think about it, if you meditate with it. That feeling is the vibration in your body and in your emotional body that you're creating. And that's where we're headed today, is to that feeling. So for those of you that aren't familiar with holding, and just so you know, I'm going to turn the chat room off now so I can be really present to you in this way. Um, if you're not familiar with holding, holding is an ancient feminine practice. This is over 1,000 years old. And the practice is rooted in helping us feel the freedom, or that quality that you're talking about, that is your true nature, and giving us a way to be present to the obstacles in the way of that feeling. And so in the practice of holding, we go into compassion. We go into what's called the womb of all creation. You might know it as yin energy. Some of us know it as the beginning of divine feminine consciousness. It's the darkness that Dr. Joe talks about. It's the beginning of all life, from which all sound, all light, all experiences of being human emanated from. And we return to that womb to rest. And what's beautiful about that womb is, just like a mother, the womb holds everything. The womb holds our pain, or what we experience as pain. The womb also holds our potential, our greatest dreams of who we are and what we long to become. Everything that has been, will be, and could be is in that space. So we come into that space willing to bring what we are holding, what we are carrying within ourselves in this moment. And we begin, typically, when we're focused on healing, we begin with what is painful to us. And the grandmothers, centuries and centuries ago, when they created this meditation, were very, very wise, because our minds typically go to what is not working. Have you ever noticed that? You get a great idea, and then the next thing that comes up is, oh, oh, what if everything that isn't working? Ooh, I'm taking this new herb, but nothing else before has ever worked, right? The reason our mind goes there is that we have this instinct to protect ourselves. Our ancestors, when they were out gathering the herbs and food from the land, needed to be on alert for danger around them. That was smart. But our minds still do that, even though we don't have to be on that kind of alert all the time, even when we're, say, in safe environments. So what the grandmothers taught us to do is to honor what we're feeling. Why? It's born out of a legitimate fear. It's born out of traumas we experienced when we were young. Maybe we were little and we don't remember that there was a trauma there. I just met with a woman the other day and we talked about womb trauma, and that the womb was a toxic environment for her. And of course, she doesn't have a memory of that. And we talked about, what were your mother's habits? Because her mother's on the other side. And she said, oh, they used to drink and they used to smoke. And that was that generation, right? And I said, well, honey, there was something, whether it was food she was eating, she was allergic to, or smoking, that wasn't good for your little being. And that gets embedded in our cells, and then it plays out in what we call illnesses. So we have emotional roots to the pain that we carry, and we have physical exposure, just the toxins in our environment, as we're learning how to evolve in the world today. And our bodies are trying to figure out how you release and process those kind of toxins. A woman I was talking to the other day was talking about how, as a child, they had a DDT truck, a truck that came around and sprayed DDT, and they used to play in the clouds of that stuff. And then our bodies have to resolve that. And what I can tell you is that your body will, and your body needs love. So what happens when we are physically ill, and I've been there, and I'm sure many of you are, feel free to raise your hand if you've been there, that place where you're in so much discomfort and pain that you would just like to cut that part of you out. I just want to get rid of. I used to do that with cancer. It took me a while to figure out that wasn't going to work. I want to get rid of it. We get a virus. I want to get rid of it, right? I have a bacteria in my body. I just want to get rid of that crap, right? And what happens is we start fighting our bodies. Why? Because that cancer is embedded in an organ inside of you that has had a traumatic experience. That's sort of like saying to a child who just got injured, they fell down outside, they skinned themselves up really badly, and just saying, well, tough luck, honey, I guess you're not good enough. We would never do that. We would never do that. The first thing you feel is empathy for the child. That parenting instinct kicks in. You feel the pain with them. If you're clairsentient, you'll feel the pain in your body. If you're deeply empathic, you will feel the emotional hit. You'll feel it with them. Thank God we feel that, so that we know how to respond. And the second instinct is to go over and scoop that little one up and give them a hug and love and let them know you're there and that you are going to make sure everything's okay. And that's what they want to hear and know. It's the first thing they want to hear. before there's any intervention going on, healing up wounds. They want to know that you're there and you love them. And that's true with the arthritic pain. That's true if you've got emotional congestion in your body, you're feeling really depressed. That's true. If you're dealing with any kind of mental or physical illness, the part of your body that you would just like to get rid of is the one that wants your love. That which we have deemed to be unlovable is what wants the love the most. So going into that place where the body is struggling and loving the body, loving the cells, going into that place emotionally, maybe that inner child, and loving him or her as they are in that pain is where we begin. It's the same thing as scooping that child up in your arms. And we have the capacity to do both, to feel what we're feeling and be that loving response at the same time. If you find it difficult to get to that loving response, let yourself think of what does work. You can think of that part of your body as a little kid or a pet. If you're more inclined toward animals, you feel more empathy, that's fine. Hold that part of you as if it was an animal. Hold it as if it was one of those beautiful flowers you grow in your garden. Hold it in that way, with love and respect for all that it has carried, and it relaxes. It unwinds. In that cool, dark womb of consciousness, it starts to unravel itself. And as it unravels, there's a stillness we go to. And it's in that stillness, life is reborn. It's reborn emotionally and spiritually. And then often what follows is a physical rebirth. And so when we finish the holding, it's very important to honor what your body has done for you, what your spirit is doing for you. To journal, to write, to take a walk, to honor that it's happening. And even if you're not seeing the results yet, you instigated, you planted a seed. Something is germinating, and you can honor that until you see it take form. So that's what holding for healing is. It's a call. It's a big call. It's a call to love. It's a call to what self-love really is. As I know it, that self-love that heals is a love that both honors and respects the pain and honors and respects the potential and invites us into that potential that you chatted in the chat room. That word, that's the potential that is longing to become. So that's what we're going to do today. One last thought. For some of us, we have felt so cut off from love that when I say the word love, it's like, yeah, right, Misa. It's kind of I have no idea what that is. That's nice that you're talking about it. But most of us have had some moment of a connection of some kind. And that's it. That is love. That connection is love. If it's a moment when a cat was curled up in your lap and it just felt good. If it's a moment you were sitting and looking at the stars and you were able to take a big, deep breath and say, wow, that's love. That's connection. So somewhere within you, there's connection, and you can anchor into that. And it opens as you anchor into it more and more and more. And as you anchor in to that experience, and even being present to the potential that love exists, that's a doorway. That works. As you anchor into that space, your spiritual gifts start to open. and you see or you hear or you feel insights. And I want to encourage you to honor those insights. That is your divine connection. That's it. That's how it works. Often it comes in symbols. Our guidance often comes in symbols or a simple word or a sound, a feeling, something you see and you don't know what it means yet. That's how it works. So honor it, journal about it, bring it into your life, and let it show you what it's really all about. I don't expect that when we go into this meditation, everyone sees or everyone hears or everyone feels. We're all unique. So, however, the divine is communicating to you is perfect. And part of building our intuitive muscles is to trust what comes and love it too and see what it's there to teach us. All right. Feels like it's time to go in. So let's get comfortable. There are different ways we can meditate. Most of us do pretty well if we're sitting. It's good to have your feet flat on the floor if you can, your hands in an open position. I like to cup mine right under my womb, so I remember that I'm going into sacred womb space. But you can have your hands however you want them to be. If you are in bed or on a couch and you need to be reclining, that's okay. It's a good idea to leave your legs uncrossed and at least be at like a 30-degree rake with your head. If you can lift that up a little bit, it allows you to go in pretty deeply into meditative space. If you're somebody who goes somnambulatory really fast, you just sort of blank out all the time. I had a friend who did that every time she went into meditation with me. We finally found that if she, even sitting, we found that if she stood, she was able to go into that space. She just stood and leaned up against a wall. And that allowed her to go in deeply enough and stay aware. So find what works for you. Most of us can do pretty well sitting. And I'm going to switch over to a beautiful photo of a heart nebula, which really does exist, and it is awesome. Because I know most of you will have your eyes closed. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? I just love that. To remember, be fully in our hearts as much as we can and know that love is limitless, that we have lots of room to expand into what love can be. Let's breathe for a moment. Just breathe. You don't have to do anything with your breath. Simply notice it. Noticing the inhale and the exhale, the rise and fall. The sweetness of the air. Allowing the breath to caress you. As you breathe, you might notice there's a sliver of space between your inhale and your exhale. And that beautiful sliver takes you into divine consciousness, into yin awareness. Into the womb. Allow yourself to simply be aware of the space. Feel that space within you and around you. Our scientists tell us we are more space than we are vibration of light and sound. Even within our own bodies, we are that beautiful space. So much room. Room to dream and imagine. Room to recreate. Allow yourself to remember a moment when you felt love. Any kind of love. Love for you, love you have had for another. Some moment of connection. That could be with a person, an animal, a plant, a divine mystical moment, a sunrise. Any moment in which you felt love. Allow that memory to fill you. Notice that the space and that moment are really one. The love and the space are one energy. Invite this awareness to anchor in your energetic womb space. Both men and women have this space inside of them. And you have that space even if you've had a hysterectomy. That energetic connection is there. This space inside you connects you to the primordial womb of all life from which we've come. We call it space, that beautiful vast darkness in which all of life has given birth, including you. Let your imagination bring you whatever you need in order to feel safe in this space. In this space, you are loved exactly as you are. There is nothing you can do to earn this love, nothing you can do to chase it away. It exists as you exist. In this space, you can invite yourself to be aware of you as you are. And into this sacred space, I invite you to go deeper, deeper into love, into presence than you've ever been before. Let your mind take you there. Here in this space, everything that we are is held in love. All the love that we hunger for and seek, the acceptance, the acknowledgement, to know that we matter, it's here in this space and has always been here. Even when humans in our lives forget, this exists always. This love. Breathe in whatever you feel you can in this moment. This love, this presence is the container, the womb that can hold you as you are, including your pain. Allow yourself to bring this pain into the womb, to the womb, like a mother wrapping her arms around it, who will not let go of loving you. You might notice that your ancestors are there, someone on the other side, or some being on the other side who loves you, comes into the space to be with you, to hold you. Someone who knows that love is the greatest healer of all and is willing to help you discover a depth of love inside you that is yet to be revealed in this lifetime. Someone who believes in you and all the love that already exists within you. Allow yourself to feel that love, that regard for you. Breathe it in, drink it in, even if it's sips, even if it's little breaths. Inviting your body, your mind, your spirit to receive what it can today. Ever so gently. Here there is an invitation to experience love. You might bring your hands to a place in your body that is very much in need of that love. Let your attention go to that place inside you where you and your attention are a gentle caress. Like a lullaby. It's soothing. Deeply understand yourself. Allow your inner senses, your spiritual gifts, to work for you. You might see or hear or feel or know. That part of you that longs for a loving caress, a loving thought. Deepen into that inner caress, the same way a parent holds a child, the same way you hold a pet when they're in need, the same way an auntie or an uncle reaches out to a little one. Reach into that part of yourself in the same way. Draw strength, if you need to, from the love in the circle, from your ancestors, from the womb. There are so many big arms around you who believe in you and empathize with your pain. And give it to the love of the universe, the love of Mother, the love of this sacred womb. Deep in the stillness, there is a knowing of peace and freedom and connection and vitality. Of happiness. All the qualities that we seek, we are. Allow those feelings to rise. As light, as sound, as a feeling, as a pulse. Your whole being awake in this awareness. Invite every cell to open to this feeling, to what you might see or hear. To any scent or taste that arises. Honor every thought that passes through with a gentle touch of love. Every thought matters in this space and rises up to receive love. Breathing in this love into every cell, every fiber of your being. As much of that love as you can hold today. Knowing there is an infinite supply And you can return as often as you like. Allow the images to flow through, any sound or word to flow through, any feeling or knowingness. Invite the cells of your body to reorganize, to prioritize. Ask your higher consciousness, what is needed here? And invite your higher consciousness to organize your body in such a way there is healing. Ask your higher consciousness to be present with you, with your feelings in such a way that your emotions are balanced as you return to love. The internal chemistry changes to sustain you in love. And notice what rises in your vision, in your hearing, in your feeling. Notice that spark of well-being and the word that you would use to describe the well-being you want to experience. And breathe into that spark and give it life. And as you give it life, your I am awakens. It might be a word, the same word or another, a feeling, a thought, a sound, a symbol, a power animal, a power plant, a stone. Something that serves you in your commitment to your well-being. See, sense, hear, know, feel yourself, bringing this I am into your life. physically into your life? How could you represent it in your world so that you remember and affirm what you are creating, what you are choosing through this divine love to create? Giving yourself permission to live this I am, whether that means dancing or laughing or reading, eating something different, bringing a healing stone closer to you, an herb that wants to support you, a person to reach out to, a feeling to affirm every day, to affirm with your whole being that you are that. So strong, so clear, that anything that doesn't resonate with this simply leaves your body, because it must. That you create a life compatible with this I am for the next moon cycle, one moon cycle. And be aware now that your I am is a seed inside of you that longs to grow and needs to be nurtured in the same way you would nurture a plant growing in your home. Needs to be nurtured by you and talked to and encouraged, invited over and over and over again, so that it deepens into your subconscious and conscious awareness, so that the molecules and atoms and cells of your body reorganize to this I am that the divine has chosen within you. While we are in this beautiful sacred space, this stillness, I invite you to take a moment to be with the beauty of this energy, this I am that you are, and hold it very, very gently, with great reverence. And as you hold it and feel it, you can allow yourself to think about someone you care about or a place in the world where there is need of healing. And be this sweet I am for someone else as well. Focus on this preciousness like a gift for someone else. Focused on the preciousness of it, the belief in the potential of other beings, of the I am that lives within them, the spark that catalyzes their healing. Good. And at any moment you feel you need to return to yourself, do. Trust that nudge. Holding aware of that I am as a precious life unto itself, needing all the love and attention that you can bring to it. And with this awareness, we're going to take 3 breaths and come back into our own bodies and our own awareness. So these are big breaths now. Big inhale and blow right into the cells of your body, making it physical, bringing it into physical reality. And feel the air around you. Notice its temperature, its texture. Notice its quality, scent, sounds riding on the air. Next breath, we're coming more into our bodies. Big inhale. Exhale through your mouth, blow. Good, even further into your body. Notice you're sitting against matter. And with this last breath, we're coming all the way back in. Big inhale and blow hard. Blow yourself right back into the awareness of the beautiful body. Bring this healing into your body, into your spirit. Good. Be sure to stretch, wiggle. That's important. When you can feel your body very gently, open your eyes. Ooh, nice and deep, everyone. Nice and deep. Beautiful. So, give yourself a minute. I know it takes a little bit to get back in, doesn't it? Ooh. Thank you to all of you. The healing that each of us holds for ourselves when we're in community like this becomes healing for one another. That's filling the space in this beautiful dance, helping us all find that strength within ourselves. So I want to honor you for being so dedicated to you. That dedication became a gift for all of us. And that's how it works, as you know. That's how healing works. So I'm going to open the chat room for a minute. If you'd like to put something in there that says something you felt, maybe an I am that came to you that you want to anchor in. We share to anchor in. Say, yep, this was real. I know my mind's going to say, nah, that was just something I imagined, but it's real. And writing it down is a lovely way to say, yeah, I acknowledge that it is real. You're welcome, Kathleen. Yeah. And you don't have to share, as some of us feel the need. I am health. I am recreation or recreation, however you saw that. That's awesome. So I am everything I want to be. That's yummy. Really yummy. Oh, love. I am my medicine wheel. Very powerful. All of these. I am seen and loved as I am. Yeah, good. Oh, you're welcome. And you're healthy. Yes, I am healthy. Yeah. Oh, you're so welcome. It's my honor. I am love and light. I am joyful. Thank you. Oh, good, good. Yes, honoring yourself, more power. As you, I am art. Wow, isn't it fun what comes through? Yeah, to recreate your perfect divine self. I am peace. How to proceed, you got some guidance, clear guidance. I love it when that comes through. Crazy, vibrant energy pulsing through my feet. Oh, yes. And the trauma's leaving. I'm love and light. Yes. You felt the angels and the fairies around you. Isn't that just yummy when that happens? Yeah. Oh, my goodness. It is a great way to end the week. I agree. I agree. And you are so welcome. I love this energy. It's so lovely what we create. Surrounded, yeah, surrounded, held. You are not in this alone. Not even close. Isn't it wonderful to even feel that for a fraction of a second and not alone? I'm really not alone. I've got so many resources. And now, of course, the journey is to keep reminding ourselves, right? Every day, I am this, I am this, I am this. You are so very, very welcome. And Jeff, got to thank you too. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, you got to feel your aunt's love for you? Oh, now that's a yummy moment. Yeah, when you re-feel it again, that becomes instant replay, right? We can just do it again and again. A Celtic song. Oh, yummy, yummy. We are so amazing, amazing, amazing beings. And those simple words just have so much power, don't they? When you connect them with this feeling in this time and space, that's the power, that's the healing power. So, mm, yay. Oh, Grandpa. Oh my goodness, you got to meet a grandpa you hadn't met before? Oh, Celie, that's so awesome. Oh my goodness. Nordic ancestors, a drum circle for you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They are so waiting to help us. They love it when we open up the space to them. Ooh, you're golden. Your retriever, you got to connect. Oh, yummy. Nebula painting. Oh, the same nebula. Oh, I love it. I love it. Spirit is working today. I knew that was the right one. Oh, your mom. You've never met. Oh, you've never met her and she came to you. Oh my. So it's so yummy about these surprises in this space is that often it's getting to things we wouldn't think of in our everyday minds, right? We're getting to those juicy pieces that your spirit knows, and your organs are singing to that awareness, and your nervous system and your blood, everything is singing to that awareness inside of you. Ooh, a dolphin. Oh, dolphins have great healing energy, don't they? That's really beautiful. Yes, we are going to make this available. You'll be able to see it on YouTube. We think, we hope, and if not, we always come up with a backup plan. So we'll make sure you can rewatch it. So just thank you for being the precious, beautiful people that you are and opening so widely to divine consciousness. And I want to assure you, if you felt like a little bit or Misa, I didn't feel very much or anything, it's okay. These kind of practices usually take time. And even if you gave yourself the opportunity, you crack the doorway open. And bravo for opening the door. And as you get used to this, the door gets wider and wider and wider. I guarantee you, because I could not have done this when I first sat down to do a meditation. If you've read my book, you heard me say I sat down for 5 minutes and nearly went crazy. So all was going on was the chatter in my brain. It just takes a while. And thank you for the courage to show up for yourself. Getting lots of thank yous and hugs, and I am taking them in, my dear friends. I am taking them in. Yeah. Oh, divine feminine hugging you. Yes. And your ancestors. I'm so glad you love this. I'm peace, love, and light. Yes, yes, yes. Very, very powerful. Be sure to write those down in your journal. Be sure to acknowledge them in some way. Color it in your sketchbook if you're doing inner child work. That's a lovely thing to do. Anything that acknowledges it, a nice walk. Let the thoughts sink in. Take a few minutes in stillness. Let it go as deep as it can go. Ah, I do feel like a beautiful light today. Thank you. I'm really feeling it. Yeah, yummy kisses to everybody. Yeah, it is a beautiful journey to love, and it is our nature. It is absolutely our nature, and it's so good to take a few minutes to return now and then, isn't it? And remember that in our busy days as we're cleaning the house and we're doing dishes, those beautiful feelings to bring them in our mundane tasks. When our mind starts to complain, oof, bring it back to this. When the body's starting to ache, bring it back to this. Just keep anchoring it in. All right. So, beautiful people, I love you all so much. Thank you. Thank you for sharing this sacred time. Big kisses to everyone. And the right order, Jeffrey, I need to unhook us from YouTube.
Correct. Stop live
All
stream.
right. Jeffrey's going to say goodbye too.
Bye.
That's my Jeffrey. In words to read, we can get a transcript now. Can we do that?
Yeah, it'll save the chat.
Is
Yeah.
it the chat you mean, Carol, or is it the... No, you mean a transcript? Can we do that now? We don't. We'll try.
Not easily, but
We'll see.
we'll see what we can
We'll
do.
see what we can do. Yeah, I know some of you read better than, yeah, than the auditory again, and I do appreciate that. You are so welcome. So welcome. All right, we're going to stop the live stream. Love to everybody over on YouTube. Oh, wait a minute, Karen, what you got? Can we? I don't know if I can put you on view. Oh, it's the Heart Nebula. You can unmute, Karen. Is that what it is?
Yes, this is the painting I found 2 days after Kaya passed, and her eyes, are right here, and her nose is right here, and there's golden retrievers in the whole painting, and she wasn't painting golden retrievers, and then I was missing her so much before the call, and you pulled up this same picture.
Don't you love that?
I
Oh
love
my
that.
God.
So
Oh,
to share that.
From above.
A
yeah.
sign.
A sign.
Thank you for sharing that. That is so awesome.
That was
I love
amazing.
that.
Thank you, Misa.
You're so welcome, sweetie. I love those synchronicities, don't you? Oh my
Yeah,
goodness. Yeah,
good
you're getting
job.
lots of compliments, Karen. It is pretty
Wow.
awesome, isn't it? Yeah, my goodness. So those of you on YouTube, feel free to share your comments. I will go in and read them. I promise I will. Oh, somebody's going into retreat this afternoon or what we did. That's awesome. We're hearing beautiful and they're loving what Karen has shared and lots of wows. And yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's right. It is late for you in Europe, and it's almost impossible for our sisters and brothers in Australia. So yes, we do try to make sure there's a recording so we can all connect in our various time zones. Yeah, you are so very welcome. Lots of thank yous, and I do receive them all. All right.
Okay.
Thank
So you are welcome, darling. You are so welcome. And oh, I forget the other things. If you want to get the holding, or if you have a friend you want to send this to see if it resonates for them, go to Misa Hopkins. Whoops, I can't spell my own name. Hopkins.com/holding, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's where to go. And at misahopkins.com, you'll see all the ways we're exploring the holding in She Academy, in our Women of Power and Spirit circles. There are just women all over the world really embracing this at deeper and deeper levels. And you are welcome to do the same. And guys, there are things for you too to do. So head over to misahopkins.com. All right.
Yep.
I think this is the fourth or fifth kiss, but whatever. Lots of kisses to everybody. Much love to you. I'm going to disconnect you on YouTube.
Bye.
Goodbye, everyone. You can open up your lines and we can all say goodbye before we go if you want to.
Bye.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye,
Love to
everyone.
everyone.
Much
Thank,
love.
thank you.
Yes.
Much love. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.